Hello, it's Amy White with Worthy Written Words. Today we're going to be in our Old Testament Wide Margin Journaling edition, and we are going to be in Psalms chapter 28, verse 7. And we're going to start by putting some scrap paper underneath the pages to help protect the ones from underneath it. And then we're going to use some junk washi tape to mark off verse 7 to cover it so that what we do on top won't cover the verse, and then it'll make the white of the verse make the verse pop off the page better. And by junk washi tape, I just mean some washi tape that you have in your collection that you aren't going to use for anything else, that you know are just going to throw away when we're done with it here. Then we're going to take the bag that your kit came in, and we're going to cut off a section of the back side that's just the plastic. And it doesn't need to be super big. It's just about a little bit bigger than the size of your ink kit that is in your kit, your Distress Oxide kit. And we're going to use this as well as the Distress Oxide and a spray bottle. And what we're going to do, there's no page prep at all needed for the page. What we're going to do is we're going to put this Distress Oxide pad on the plastic and then spray it down with some water. And then this is called smooshing, where you're going to then put it on top of your page and kind of smoosh it right onto your page. And you can move it around, you can mix it, you can leave it more splotchy. There's a lot of room for playing and figuring out what it is that you like. You can do bigger water droplets to make it more of a watercolor effect, or you could do smaller water droplets and it will be more of like a splatter effect where it's lots of little dots. You can let it dry, and then what I like to do is first do the watercolor, and then after that's all dry, then do the dots on top of the watercolor, like a second coat of the little dots, and so it just adds a little bit more depth to it. And we're going to keep repeating this over both pages because this is a double wide layout. So we're going to do this process of applying this Distress Oxide to both pages. And it's really flexible, it's really hard to mess this up. Okay, when that's done and you like how it's looking, then you can remove the washi tape, and we're going to then outline this verse with, I'm going to be using a black Glaze pen from Sakura, but you could use any sort of black gel pen, or even a ballpoint pen would be great. And I like to outline the verses twice in more of like a doodle fashion, so it's where the lines aren't really straight. And it's just more of a messy look. From there, we're going to take our card and we're going to take it out of the bag. You can throw away the envelope, you can throw away the insert that goes inside, and we're cutting everything down to the bare minimum. Now, when you get to this part of the card, you can open it up and see where the nest is attached with tape. And whatever you do, you don't want to cut those off. So when you go through, cut around it and leave enough so that the tape is still on as well. You don't want to disturb that in any way. So we're going to cut around that on each side, and we're going to keep all the layers together. You don't want to strip it down to the lowest layer. I feel like having more layers gives it more strength and durability. So we're going to cut it down on each side so that only those little brown flaps are showing. And then we're going to like use some photo mounting squares or adhesive squares that are in your kit, and we're going to use those to kind of glue the layers together. Then I'm going to take these branches that go with the tree, and I'm going to figure out where they're going to go on the page so that the nest isn't popping off of the bottom when it's closed. So when the nest is closed, you don't want it hanging off the bottom of your page. So it needs to be high enough up that it will keep that nest and everything secure in the page. And then what I'm doing here is I'm attaching it using my Adtech craft tape to my binding, but I found that that wasn't really strong enough, so then I actually go back through later on to fix it, and I attach it using the double-sided sticky tape that's in your kit to make it attach better to that binding. And then I am actually going to be kind of making a little crease here with my fingers so that you can still pull them up and read the words underneath. I don't want those to be covered up by the double-sided sticky tape. And then anything that's hanging off, I'm just cutting off with some scissors. Now I'm just going to use my fingers to sort of bend this tree branch so that it will lay flatter on the page as opposed to sticking straight up. It doesn't take a lot of force to kind of give it that natural curve. Now we're going to use the double-sided tape that's in your kit, and we're going to cover both ends of this so that it has a really strong adhesive on the back side. And you don't want it to be one all the way across, you want it to be two separate pieces of tape, one on each side. And then after that's on there, we're going to remove both sides of this adhesive so that it's open to be put on top of our tree branch. Now when we go to put this on, it's really important that you pull it as tight as you can, and you're going to put it on, holding it as tight as you can, set it down. You don't want it to go in the binding. You don't want it to be that way. You want it to be so that it's, and you can see here I only did one side at a time. You hold it really tight and then stick it to the branch. So that way when you open the book, then it will open all the way, and then when you close it, it will have lots of room to still fold up. And here you can see I'm going to take some of this double-sided tape and I'm going to cut it down the middle, and I'm going to put half of it on one side and half of it on the other to make it more strong in my binding. Now using some craft tape, I'm going to apply these two flower cutouts, and I'm going to make it so that they are covering up the tops of the card that we have underneath our pop-up. So we're going to put a flower on top of each little tab stuck to the tree. Now we're going to take our strip of music paper and we're going to line it up so that we don't want to rip off certain words. So there's one at the bottom that talks about singing His praise. Like, you definitely don't want to cover that up. That's kind of a hidden little nod to the title of this page. And when you are pulling it off, you want to pull it off going down towards you, and that's going to make it have that ripped look on the front instead of the back side, so you have that more textured where you want it to be. And I'm just taking it off so that it's not covering up any of the scriptures, and it's just all going to be covering up the margin. And then I'm going to attach it using some craft tape to my margin. And then I'm going to use some scissors to cut off anything hanging off any of the edges. Now I'm going to use the white stickers and I'm going to play around with where I want them to go. I know that this pink bird is going to go up at the top. It's a cutout. And then I want it to be as if it's singing. So I'm going to use some musical notes so it looks like the bird is singing. And I'm going to try putting the title a couple different ways. I'm going to try it up at the top. I'm going to try it on the side margin and figure out where I want them to go. You can mix this up, use your own creativity, switch things around, whatever you think looks good. There's more birds in the stickers. I didn't even use any of those because I'm more of a less is more kind of person, but if you're a more is more person, you can add more birds, more flowers, and so just play around where you want these to go. But if you do want to have room to write in the margin, then you'd want the Sing His Praise to go at the top like I ended up doing so that I could write on the side margin. And I always like to cut my stickers out before placing them down so I can move them around and figure out what I like where, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of playing around with where I want them to go before I put them down permanently. And when you put them down with these white stickers, usually you can pick them back up and move them around, but after they've been sitting down for about 30 minutes on your page, then if you try and pull them up, then they might rip. So you can still manipulate them even if you didn't cut them out, as long as you do it pretty quickly. And using a black gel pen, you could do it in pencil first. I used one of these from my erasable gel ink pen kit. I wrote some of my favorite parts of the devotional in that margin. And then we're done with this page kit. I hope you guys liked learning how to do a pop-up in your Bible, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.